attempt out, especially the Naga's so fast she could quite easily walk in there and just try and steal it all on her own. Ice Blast goes top, doesn't find anything though. And it looks like HGT might try and sneak out this Roshan before Naga responds, but she's heading that direction, although she could just be farming neutrals for all we know here. Yeah, it looks like she's just farming neutrals for the moment. And I don't know how quick they can cut this down. They do have a double damage rune at the very least on the Razor. Naga still not scouting. In fact, she's gone for one level. And instead, that tornado might have actually given that away. The pings are coming out. They know that's there. They're there, but yeah, Ice Blast just comes out to scout. And unfortunately, HGT just cannot Roshan fast enough. They will have to back off there. And a Diffusal Blade done for Naga Siren. Oh man, that makes the damage go up pretty heavily. Very easily, we're going to see these supports just get monstered by these illusions. They're not going to be able to fight them. Roshan being left alone for the moment. The real Naga is in the mid lane. TP's not for 20 seconds. They could try and set up a fight. Here we go. Lasso there on ZSMJ. Trying to drag him back. Exorcism committed. They don't have Ravage up just yet. That will be an easy kill on the Razor. Silence comes out as well. Disruptions while trying to save Razor. Naga Siren swinging in from the bottom side as well. She's going to come in. Catch the Shadow Demon and the Sand King out by surprise. She actually goes in the pit for some reason. Where is she going? Naga Siren can't make up her mind. Doesn't matter. Song comes out. They will bring down the Shadow Demon. And now it looks like Sand King Instant will blink away. Invoker also trying to split away as well. Sand King pops the Sandstorm, but Exorcism too much damage. And Invoker just running around in circles here. Throws out the Tornado. Ice Blast coming as well. Pops his own BKB. Deafening Blast. Meatball gets thrown. And BKB's popped against him though. Do they have the physical DPS to come through here? Net comes out. It's only a level 1 net though. It's a short duration. Ghost Wall comes up and Invoker will get away. Forced up to catch him. Echo Slam comes in. It's on top of Titan by himself. Round counter Ravs just before he does. Epicenter. Bar Strike on 3. Epicenter comes through. Naga's almost down. Can they take her out? I don't think so. No, she goes down to the Sandstorm. Invoker getting the kill as well there. Throws out the Ice Wall. Doesn't find a kill, but he gets exactly what they need. They will hang on here with Naga down. Exorcism down. At the very least, HGT will hang on for a few moments more. But by God, this is looking like a bad start for them. That fight opened up. They got initiated and Razor couldn't do a damn thing. The BKB, again, useless. He died before he could even pop it. He just got blink lassoed and killed. Nothing he could do about it. And that entire fight kicked off with the Razor being picked off and Naga not even being present. She ran all the way from the mid lane to the fight over here. She just ran straight to that and showed up at like the middle part of the fight and then took out 2 heroes. This is really looking quite hairy for HD, but thankfully that Sand King saving the day there. Big plays from him, buying back and coming straight back into that fight. It did cost them the buyback, but that triple Epicenter into triple Burrow Strike, that bought them that fight there. Had he not bought back and done that, they would have lost it handily. They wouldn't have taken out the Naga Siren, and she would have just stormed up that ramp and brought down their racks, or come back here and done the third Roshan and picked up Aegis and a cheese. So massive props there to Sand King saving that fight, but still, it is not looking good.
Gold is a great conductor.
Another 1400 gold there on Naga Siren, and a 10,000 gold. Like we see that fight, even though they brought down Naga, the fight still went in the favor of LGD.
Invisibility.
They're up to a 10,000 gold lead right now. And we'll slow down the Earthshaker's fear to hang on. There's trouble here. Nagastar might actually let him try and go on her and have the Earthshaker counterattack. She's baiting here, hoping he goes for it. Her illusions are scouting this out. In fact, they know he's still here. They could just take this fight. Like, they just bait it. There's nobody close. Like, he is deep in enemy territory. I'm surprised that Naga just doesn't turn to help him, like to say go for it. Never mind, she's going to play super safe. I suppose she, well, Invoker does have the cheese. So I mean, that's definitely a good bonus for HT there. Getting that fight, they're stalling that fight, not losing the game, and then also getting Roshan after it, but oh, they are up against the wall here. They're up against the fence. They've got to try and make something happen. Now we can start another 2,300 gold in the bank. DDX just lurking in the trees there. Ice Blast is going to come out harass and push his wave back. As Naga continues to rat the top lane, trying to take advantage of these exposed racks. Meanwhile, in mid lane, HDT are hanging around here, not finding anything to do just yet though. No pickoffs available for them. And there come the illusions once again, ratting away. Just going to work on that range racks, obviously.
Top barracks are
The
under
chip
attack.
damage not going to be brought back.
Dyer's
And
structures
oh wow,
are
they
fortified.
damn. That hurts a bit. They pop glyph on that. Like there wasn't even full duration on the illusions left there. I think that was definitely a misplay by HGT. They did not want to glyph that at all. Titan now working towards a refresher. Maybe this could keep them in the game. If they get a double Ravage off. There's a lot of magic can happen in a double Ravage. They buy time for ZSMJ to land some big auto attack hits. That could be definitely a deal breaker for LGD. They are finally getting some armor on the Death Prophet though. So there is that. Which may cause some issues for ZSMJ actually dealing out the damage now. At the very least he does have of course a negative armor from his ultimate, but it's not like if he had the AC earlier and just went straight into Death Prophet. She'd be straight in negative armor immediately, and it'd be really easy for him to right click her down. Hard or no hard. If you've got no armor, you take so much physical damage. As we see the turnaround. Oh, he just echoed the air! Oh, it doesn't matter though, they should get this pick off regardless, but Earthshaker making a bit of a misplay there. And meanwhile, top lane, Racks are going down there. Nagasaurus is like, screw it, I'll fight 4 of you with my illusions by themselves. Oh man, this is not a good sign. When your illusions can take 3 heroes and not give a shit and push the Racks, sorry, 4 heroes and not give a shit and push the Racks, that's not a good sign for HGT at all. Again, more chip tower. In fact, no, they're saying no chip tower, let's just kill this Shadow Demon. The refresher is done. Can we see some magic happen here? If there's some big play is going to happen, it's going to be on the back of Epicenter double Ravage into big meatballs. Meatballs and plays from the Invoker, who is building a very late Orchid, I think. Or it might just be Blade Mail to try and get some of the damage focus of him. We'll see. Also, he could use some more armor as well to help deal with the Death Prophet incoming damage. Nice blast dodge there by ZSMJ.
Fly, my pretty, fly.
Burrow Strike in there. They might actually pick the Bat Rider first. Ravage committed. This should be okay, though.
I couldn't care less.
Meet the Undertow.
And Titan will immediately refresh. See, unfortunately, the Rat, though, continues not too worried about losing that Bat Rider. And then we got those illusions. Again, first illusion comes out. Doesn't really care. Burrow Strike. 4 heroes again, trying to stop these illusions. Still going to lose a good 300 health on that. At least it's going to regenerate, though. That's a cheeky ward there from HGT. Sorry, from LGD against HGT. This doesn't even look like it should fit there. But it works. And this mostly is going to spot up the Sankey. Like, Sankey tries to sit in the trees to set up a fight. This is going to spot him out. See the stun come in there as well. Blinks in stun. Ice Blast as well. BKB is popped, though. Can they get the physical damage out? No, Invoker should be able to live through this, I believe. Nagasiren finishes up a butterfly, so things just get more awkward for stopping these illusions from pushing. She's just gone full on stats, like it's just level 1 net. Just says, you know what, screw it, we don't need the max level, I just want stats for my illusions. See, ooh, alright, that's unusual. Maelstrom on the Razor, not very usual at all. See where he goes though. I guess he's just trying to get up the... I feel like he's probably just trying to get the ability to clear illusions up a little bit better. Unfortunately, they've got butterflies now, but the Maelstrom proc is helpful. And also the fact that if you have the Mjolnir, to have that proc as well, the defensive buff, is useful against the illusions. On the downside, it's not so great against the butterfly, so we'll see. And right now, I think probably the best game, like the best thing HDT can do here against this ratting Nagasiren is just make sure the creep never reaches the base. That's going to be an important thing. So, like the Invoker coming up here and just blasting the creep wave back, just making sure and killing it before it gets to the base, I think is an important thing for them to focus on, to just try and cut the ratting shenanigans down. Meanwhile, though, Illusions into the jungle once again, scouting and stealing creep. Unfortunately, though, to do this, they kind of got to commit a core to push back the waves because the supports can't do it. The supports try and fight these illusions, they'll probably actually just lose. Meanwhile, though, push is coming in. I think LGD said it's time. Let's make this happen. Shiva's finished on Death Prophet. And they've even got a Hex on the Ancient Apparition, even. But Invoker finds, oh boy, double meatballs. Double Ravage and a double meatball. This could be it. Maybe they've got the saving play. Maybe they've got the Hail Mary play going to come out here. This could be what saves the game for HGT. Both teams still posturing defensively, both sitting on their own version of the high ground. Sanking himself, Sunstrike out as well. Whoa! What's the Sunstrike doing up there? BKB popped there by the Earthshaker, gonna TP out. Sanking also will manage to exfiltrate from that successfully. Or maybe not. Forced up into a lasso. Will it drag back? Sanking's going down here. Sanking gets picked off as they will get that kill. Does he have buyback? Yeah, he's got buyback. So at least they can get him back into this. They haven't committed their Ravage just yet, so that's good at the very least. They have double Ravage available. The Ghost is starting to chip away at this tower. And we'll need to get back into the fight quickly. Sand King buys back. Alright, now's the time to commit, or are they just going to... LGD are actually just going to back off on that. They've changed their mind. So they're playing it safe, playing for the long game. With Batrider, we have a double Shivas now. So we've got a double Arctic Blast on LGD. It's going to be pretty irritating for Razor to try and push through. It's a pretty huge slowing effect. But, yeah, they're happy just to let Illusions kill a tier 3 and kill a freaking range racks. Almost. And here we go. Alright, so LG, they're backed up, but they're coming back now, and this is a good time because they've got the Illusions pushing top, while they themselves threaten mid. They don't have the Exorcism up for another 80 seconds, but they're okay just to push the creep wave in and pretend to threaten it. It's going to be the Illusions are going to be the ones to see. There we go. The Illusions are being the real threat here. Or not. Illusions now switching to mid. They want the range racks instead. They just Shadow Demon trying to make his own Illusions. Now but comes in the Burrow Strike. Not going to hit though. The BKB is up. Ice Blast comes through as well. And Focus been picked off. And I don't think they've got buyback for... Yeah, he does actually have buyback. He will be able to come back up here. But we're going to lose. Yes, the Earthshaker goes down through his BKB. The damage for either Storm too strong. Song of the Siren comes out too late. Are they setting up for a counter attack? No, they're not, and there's no push on the top racks either at the moment. Blinks for Star forward. Yes, he will manage to get the Burrow Strike off. Sunstrike off the mark, though. Now the chase is on. Can they bring down Naga Siren? She is so fast. Blink Dagger being disabled. Blink Stun going to come up in a second. Blink forward. Burrow Strike forward once again. The chase is still on here. Can they get a slow? Hex comes forward as well. Naga Siren, Epicenter as well. They pick off the Naga, but she's definitely got buyback. And meanwhile, the ranged racks in mid goes down. It is just a ranged rack, so... Oh, and they find Sand King's gem that everybody missed earlier. Sand King has also rebought the gem as well.
Illusion!
Let's see Death Prophet go next. I think she could probably do. And a Hex, you just cannot do too many Hexes. It'd be really good. Maybe to get the Hex off in time before he double ravages them, but we still haven't seen the big wombo combo. If HCT are going to win this game, they need to take a big 5v5, take the double ravage, take the epicenter, and take the double meatball. And of course, with the refresh as well, it means double Hex as well. That should really buy them some time in these fights to pick off. Speaking of pick-offs here, they're going for the Earthshaker. Meatball gets him in a Deafening Blast as well, and an Anchor Smash. A nice little pick-off on the Naga Siren still down. She could buy back though, and she's going for a second level in Diffusal Blade. But now it's on buyback there from Earthshaker. I think they'll just wait out the Naga Siren. They don't need to buy back on her just yet. And they might actually back off and just try and rush maybe. But Naga Siren's up, and that would be a dangerous thing to attempt with Naga Siren able to run in and sing at them. And just basically go for a full-on steal.
Gold is a great...
Razor, there we go. Mjolnir done. 5,000 gold as well. He will go for... Yeah, he's going to need a Monkey King bar for sure. He's got to deal with these illusions. The evasion is just such a ballbuster. Naga Siren, there we go. She's 6 slotted now. We'll probably see her grab something like a refresher or something next. We'll see. A refresher or even Necro Book minions, of course. Excellent for rat dodering. A private courier and a Necro Book. She's going to like basically have her own luxury airliner. She can just fly around delivering items. A Monkey King bar done for Razor. And that's... Yeah, he's not going to have buyback in this fight. That's going to be painful. Meanwhile, Illusions ratting mid while the push is on bottom.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
At the very least now, Razor has a better chance of right-clicking these down before they can do serious damage to the racks. Meanwhile, though, Illusions on the tier 3 on the bottom lane as well. Chipping away, and this one is not going to heal up at all. I hear a Sunstrike missing off the mark. The Ice Blast comes in. Going to force him back. Oh no, Shadow Demon's dead. He's not going to live through that. He's gone. Unless he can play a Q play there. Nope, it's not enough. A kill there for Ancient Apparition. And now the rack's going to come under siege once again. The Illusions are back in the play. And there we go. Now Exorcism being committed. They say, LGD say, it's time. It's time. Let's go for this. mid racks, the mid melee
Dire
racks. No,
structures
Glyph is
are
popped.
fortified.
There we go, Blinks. There we go, 4-star comes in. Gonna grab Matt as well. The BKB on Razor not doing anything. Down he goes. Echo Slam as well to help pick him off. And Razor, no buyback. They should be able to pick this off unless we're going to see some miracle plays here from Invoker and Tidehunter. But he's not. He's going to get hexed up. 4-star back to try and save him. Ice Blast coming in again. This could be bad here for the Sand King. Oh, he should be... actually, no, he might actually be in a bit of trouble. No, he's going to be fine, I think. No, actually, that's doing a lot of damage. But either way, mid racks is down, bottom racks falling as well. This is not looking for HGT. They had not, like, they've got this refresher, they just haven't used it. They've had no chance to set up this team fight. Every time someone goes in, they just get hexed. See the Song of the Siren. Gonna try to slow this up. They do hex up the Death Prophet. Meatball comes in. It's off the mark. Second one. Can they get him? Try to take two. They will Burrow Strike the ball into the Meatball. Nicely done. Here comes the Ravage, but it's too late to save the range racks. And we'll actually push forward as well after. Oh dear, Sand King, down he goes, trapped in the corner there, nothing he can do. And this is looking all over by the shouting. A buyback from Death Prophet there, and GG is called. HGT will bow out in this second match, and it will be a 2-0 victory for LGD. Rare secured.
LGD-Gaming.
First game was a bit of a hairy comeback from them. The game number 2 just flew. Everything went to plan. HGT could not get the aggression they needed to shut down the Naga Siren, and she just snowballed and rat-doted her way to victory. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. We'll have DK versus Newbie coming up next, so stay tuned for that. That will start ASAP, so stick around. My name is Triumph Man. You can find me at Triumph Man on at Triumph Man on Twitter, so follow me on that, and we will have more games for you in the Synergy League EU as well, and one game in the C League as well after this final China match coming up next. Alright,
turn
welcome
to
back
ban.
everybody. This is Triumphant Man casting the China Synergy League. This is DK versus Newbie, a best of 2 game 1 in this
Newbies
series. And this is a
turn
game
to
everybody's
ban.
been waiting for, of course. There were some scheduling issues at the start of the night, so we switched the games around. We had LGD versus Hyperglory team first. And now we've got the main attraction for tonight, DK versus Newbie, the one everybody's been waiting for. But I say that, and everybody's been screaming for it, but I think it's probably...
10
Everybody seems to
seconds
forget these.
remaining.
I think with the bets as well, looking at how the bets pan out, everybody seems to bet on the name.
5 seconds remaining.
And not really the players, which is interesting, because, I mean, DK literally has, like, an entirely new roster, pretty much, so...
Reserve time.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, I've got to call out the bands here at the moment. So we've got the Terrorblade band. Skyth Major first band. Interesting. He sometimes sneaks in there, but he's not usually a priority when we consider we've got stuff like the Death Prophet, obviously, the Void, the Batrider, still a huge threat as well. We saw the Batrider just doing massive work last match. And, of course, Nagastar is, as ever, a present threat.
Team DK's turn to ban.
But it will be... Wow, okay, so normally we see
Newbies
Centaur
turn
and
to
Skyth Mage
pick.
picked together. DK have just gone, screw it, we're banning both of those guys out. So we're still the Void, the Batrider, and the Death Prophet, and the Razor in the pool. Now, if you're watching ESL 1, pretty much for all the grand final matches, 3 heroes that were banned consistently in every single game were Death Prophet, Razor, and Void. And then there was like a flavor ban each other time, but every single game, those 3 heroes always taken out. And here, none of them. So we'll see what they have in up their sleeve. It's going to be a first pick Brewmaster, because Brewmaster can cause some serious havoc. He's a very strong hero, but he does taper off pretty hard in late game, so... I'm just wondering whether DK is going for late game here. They ban at some of the most early aggressive gankers you can find that can just basically put pressure on the map and make it super hard to farm. And that, of course, is those two there. And yeah, they're going to go for the Faces Void. Yeah, okay, they're definitely going late game here.
Newbies turn to pick.
No question about it. You pick a Morphling and a Faceless Void as your first 2 picks. You kind of tipped your hand. On the plus side, sort of, maybe this is a bluff. The Faceless Void
Newbies
can
turn
offlane.
to ban.
You can pick 3 then very hyper-aggressive heroes after the Morphling pick, and basically Morphling split pushes and rats away and just farms quietly in the corner, while Void just uses his ultimate to help the other 3 heroes set up huge fights. Especially if you pick some kind of really aggressive mid too, but we'll see. The really aggressive mids these days not as popular anymore, so...
Newbies turn to ban.
We'll see what happens. I mean, we've been seeing a few Queen of Pains here and there getting picked up, but that's mostly in the Southeast Asian scene. They play a little bit different. They've got their own sort of meta they like to run around. And DK will ban out the Spectre. Some of the bonuses to a Spectre, of course, he shuts down
10
Blink Daggers
seconds
really
remaining.
well once the Radiant's up, or even without the Radiance, just the Haunt is really good to basically cover
5
and
seconds
move up the
remaining.
ramp, up onto the high ground, or even just to move down to assault the